Imagine the sound of gunshots, bullets flying past you, and the feeling of water up to your waist as you jump out of a raft armed with a bayoneted rifle and a rucksack, storming the beaches of Gallipoli. On April 25th, 1915, that is the reality that was faced by many Australian and New Zealand soldiers, many no more than the age of 16, as stated by the Australian War Memorial in 2011. However, each and every one of us stand here today, commemorating their sacrifice and the creation of a legacy impacted by these men who served and lost their lives to protect the shores of our beautiful country. The word ANZAC stands for Australian New Zealand Army Corps, and much more. That represented our first soldiers at war. The ANZACs will be remembered forever. The ANZAC story is not one of great success, but more of one of mateship, determination, and the values that Australians strive to live their lives by today. Here is a first-hand account taken directly from Petty Officer David Fyfe's personal diary of the accounts as published in 2015. And with a crash, something flew through the partition a few feet in front of me and smashed into a heap of cinders lying on the other side of the passage. Steam was pouring into the passage from the great rent in the partition, and the whole ship seemed to be full of the hiss of the escaping vapor. In the dust-filled passage, I found a big black shell lying in a heap of cinders, and I thanked my lucky stars that by some wonderful chance it had failed to explode. I continued down the passage. Here, an arm and hand hung over the gunwale, swaying helplessly as the boat rocked on the waves, and everywhere crimson mixing with brown, as taken from Fyfe's personal diary of accounts. The Anzacs landed at the wrong beach and were bombarded with bullet fire and slaughtered by the Turkish troops, who were awaiting their arrival. Of the first wave of 200 soldiers, only 21 made it to the shores of Gallipoli. Their heroism and courage in the face of enemies, despite their circumstances, is what we commemorate today, as well as the sacrifice made by all of them. The Anzacs have shaped the way Australians strive to live their lives today through their core values. Through their sacrifice, today we have a strong culture of mateship, courage, and service. Many people across Australia, not just current soldiers but general members of the public, still uphold the Anzac values. This has led to the healthy and prosperous nation of Australia that we are privileged to call home today. When people ask where you come from, each and every one of us can proudly say we come from Australia. This is due to the sacrifice and hardship of the Anzacs. Each and every one of us has been impacted by the Anzac legacy. The Anzacs will continue to shape the way we live our lives and will be continually remembered for their heroism. Through services like these, the Anzac legacy will be remembered forever. Today we watch as families of those who served, past and present, and future Anzacs march the streets in memories of the Anzacs. We listen to the last post in memory of all those who have passed, who fought and lost their lives protecting our country. It is important that we preserve the culture and memories of the Anzacs so that Australia continues to grow a strong, proud, and prosperous nation. This legacy must live on through all of us. The Anzacs were Australia's first true soldiers, and their legacy lives on, continuing to shape our lives today. How do you continue to live through the legacy of what they have left behind? How do you propose that we continue to preserve their legacy for future generations to carry on? The Anzacs must be commemorated, and today we do that, lest we forget.